Onwuanibe seems to be making efforts to salvage his multi-million-dollar empire, and he invited pressmen today to his office to talk more about this. And also, there is a sponsored post right now on CNN, and he's not just laying over so the government can roll over him. And I believe every stakeholder in this industry should give a voice and to help him fight this fight, because the truth of the matter is it portends so much danger. Because to start with, Paul said he told CNN that he obtained the land in 2007 before plans for the coastal road highway were drawn up. And obviously, again, he said that it was a different route. There was a different alignment at the time it was drawn out. And the most important thing that he said was that people who bring money to make cities like this effective will be very concerned with the proposed demolition of the beach resort. It will pose a huge threat to inward investment into the state, and most importantly pose a threat to people who are already in the state trying to do things. Valued at over $200 million according to Onwuanibe, the landmark site is home to over 80 businesses and provides more than 4,000 direct jobs. It generates over 2 billion naira in annual tax revenue, which the government, both the state and the federal, has been collecting all of these years. He went on to say, we've spent $80 to $90 million developing this ecosystem, and 1/3 of that was spent on the beach. And they are still paying the loans, and if the beach disappears, all that they are paying for would disappear, because foreign and local investors were threatening to pull out of the beach resort, which includes the mini golf, a beach soccer field, as well as a volleyball basketball court. Also, the fact that when that place becomes an active construction site, it's not just the beach that will be impacted, it will also impact all the other buildings. In fact, they actually have a mixed use tower that they are building right now that's almost gone up to probably 20 something floors. He told CNN that the demolition of the beach will be an enormous loss, with millions of dollars of borrowed money already spent developing the resort. There's widespread panic among international and local investors, as well as local debt providers threatening to pull the plug as they think the beach is material to the survival of the business. And I truly hope that everyone involved can think of a win-win situation, because if the beach goes as planned, not only would you be affecting the revenue that's gotten from landmark, the tens of businesses, almost 100 businesses, and also basically bankrupting a business and ending the lifespan of a business that's still paying debt. It also brings to mind the policy and regulatory inconsistency that would limit foreign investment, and it's now that we want foreign investment in the state. So just like I'm lending a voice to this, I believe more and more people should lend a voice to this, so that there is an amicable win-win situation. That's what negotiation is about, considering all the material considerations, because it's so sad in Nigeria that we don't even pay attention to things like heritage. We don't pay attention to things like impact on businesses when we do these demolitions. I saw a video recently of how the former Brazilian European style architecture is just being destroyed. In other places, for instance the UK, they call them listed buildings, and you have to think about it, preservation of those things before you do major development. And they can preserve even down to the interior of a building. You cannot just change it, because it's something of historical advantage and historical value. how much more business that it's actually of economic importance. So let's all have a more proactive measure on how we can reroute and realign this. And I hope that Landmark comes out of this looking good, and the government actually thinks long term, because there's one thing that Paul said. He said there has to be proper study and proper consultation, because it's a long-term project. So it requires in-depth analysis. You cannot start to just demolish something that is going to take another 8 years for us to even start seeing the benefit before we even start to use it. And then you demolish a business that is already more than a decade old, and all of the benefits that will come from that. So let's, stakeholders, go back to the drawing board. Thank you so very much for watching. This is the Ownahome TV show here on Ownahome. We believe owning a home, owning a property should not make you lose sleep. So we are committed to giving the very best property recommendations and inside the real estate gist. See you in the very next video. Kindly like, share, subscribe. Bye-bye.
So I traveled the world, and I knew at that time that I wanted to do something that had big impact. And look, this is a country that has challenges, and I don't take that lightly.